I've always been a fan of flashcards. I've used them ever since I did IB in high school, and I got really excited when I first heard about Anki over a year ago. I've been using Anki ever since, and it's helped me do well in so many of my courses, but there were mistakes I made along the way that I wish someone had told me about before I started to use it. The first thing I wish someone had told me about is that in order to reap all of the potential benefits of Anki, I have to use it regularly. The goal is to be consistent, not to do the most amount of cards possible in a day. If you really want to retain that information long term, then aim for small steps every day. Doing hundreds of new cards one day and then never touching that deck again is not an effective way to use this tool. Start off small with a few new cards a day and then build off of that. Also, try out both evenings and mornings and see what works best for you. For me, I prefer to have hourly sessions in the morning rather than leave them for the evening. Some of my friends do cards in 10-minute increments throughout the day. I also prefer to do my cards while listening to some music, but some people can't concentrate with music on, so play around with different things to make the process a little less tedious and more enjoyable. Another thing is that you don't have to make your own cards. You can find tons of pre-made decks online. Note that for some people, making their own cards is part of the learning process, so if you feel like you'd benefit more from making your own cards, then make them. Just make sure that the response is short. You should be able to go through the cards quickly. I made the mistake of making physiology cards that were way too long and ended up with hundreds of cards that I never looked at again. The problem with my cards was that the response was so long that it was difficult to pinpoint where my deficit of knowledge actually was. If I'd recalled a part of the card but not another, I could fall prey to hindsight bias and convince myself that I knew all parts of the answer all along. Add-ons are also a great thing to incorporate into Anki. There are many different types of add-ons. I hope this video was somewhat helpful. Thank you for watching.